Have you been following the latest news on the plans of Amber Heard since the verdict in the defamation case was announced?
Problem, Johnny.
Objection calls for hearsay. What the
A
doctor.
different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes, let's let him object to another one. For him to cook.
It seems that the actress is not backing down and not letting Johnny Depp off the hook. I know her lawyer had revealed their plans of appealing the case, but there's actually more to what meets the eye, and fans are getting worried after a lot of proof that Amber is plotting a bigger stage for her lies were revealed. So, what do you think will be Amber Heard's next plan in order to appeal? What kind of strategy will she be using this time? Let's find out. In her recent interview with NBC News,
Against Johnny Depp about abuse.
Of course, to my dying day, will stand by every word of my testimony.
Amber Heard swore by her testimony in the recent defamation trial. The Aquaman star proclaimed that she will stand by her testimony until her last breath, and while her statement might be heroic or noble, viewers are calling her a hypocrite after her plan of filing a motion to seal some of the evidence on the appeal was exposed. She also talked about Depp's supporters, who were very vocal in supporting the actor all throughout the 6-week trial, which she also thinks affected the jury's decision on the case.
I passed for 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks lined with people holding signs saying, "Burn the witch," "Death to Amber." After 3.5 weeks, I took the stand and saw just a courtroom packed full of Captain Jack Sparrow fans who were vocal, energized.
With that, a video of TikTok content creator @devotedly yours explained Amber's strategy that might affect her appeal. In the video, the TikTok user stated that Amber had plans to have certain testimonies, audios, and evidence sealed with the court.
Source claims that the interviews are only just the beginning, and you guys already know that she's trying to file a motion to have certain testimonies, audios, and evidence sealed with the court. And I was going through the comments under the JD case when she posted that, and we have to talk because this is serious.
And there is a good chance that the judges will agree to her motion.
Somebody asked if the judge would actually grant that, and she responds saying, "From my understanding, it's almost certain the judge will." It's interesting the transcripts and depositions she's trying to seal, and I'll talk more about that in a sec.
You might be wondering why it's such a big deal. Well, the video also explained that Amber might argue that these clips and testimonies all over social media can cause safety concerns for her and her family. The idea of having all the evidence and clips all over social media that are connected to the case being erased sounds very terrifying. Why is that? As stated in the video, it will create a wall between the public and the evidence to be presented. If that happens, it will be super similar to erasing all the facts.
The article where she's trying to have a comeback. Also remember, she's convinced she can get her career back. She gaslights everyone who disagrees with her, so doing this in her mind is like erasing the facts, out of sight, out of mind mentally.
She can have the content creators or just ordinary people on the internet sued by just sharing or using any clips, audios, or testimonies that are related to the case. After all that,
Likely continue with these interviews and become even more vocal about her fight against abuse against men in power. She's hoping the more she can push the narrative of the victim and get JD supporters silenced and his evidence silenced, the higher chance she has of swaying people in her favor and becoming the face of abuse again.
Amber might continue with her interviews and push the narrative that she's the victim and silence Johnny Depp's supporters and encourage other people to believe her, since there is no more evidence that has been posted on social media. But despite it all, her horrifying plan might not be that big of a deal, since her motion to seal this evidence will only apply to the public and not to the court.
Regardless of whether those records are sealed, it's only to the public and not to the appeal court. They will look at every detail when examining her appeal request. My assumption is to stop the audios and depositions from circulating on the internet anymore.
This evidence will still be available to the jury and other lawyers as needed, and it can be used in testimony. Do you think Amber's horrifying strategy will work in turning the tables of this case? And how do you think will this affect her appeal? Let us know in the comments below.